And I don't know.
Yeah, it changed. I'm sure it changed to make it shorter, but it doesn't save anyone any time because they're different growers anyway. You know, like it just basically combines.
It doesn't save you time.
It doesn't save me time. It wouldn't save anyone that's growing pickles. Their data in their heads or otherwise is not. It's so different that it makes the survey shorter, but it doesn't save time. You see what I mean?
Would somebody growing something that's fresh never grow something that's processed?
If they do, it's for a totally different purpose.
Okay.
You know, I think
It's
Chris would know better. It's rare.
It's rare.
Yeah.
There are growers that grow both fresh and processed,
Yeah.
but of the percentage of vegetable growers, it's probably 5% or less.
Okay.
Now, usually they're a processed grower or they're a fresh grower.
And it would be almost like the dairy guys aren't going to combine, you know, if you had a dairy and a hog operation, you wouldn't just ask total livestock numbers.
Yeah, it's that different.
It's that.
It's that different, yeah. That's a good analogy.
I mean, literally, we're not even using the same seed varieties.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's, you know, completely different. We did, you know, so yeah, that's a good example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else can we do to make responding easier for you guys?
Well, I had one on the hay. They asked for hay production, but to me they should have like first, second, third, and fourth, and fifth
the
cutting.
cuttings, yeah.
Because we do different things on different ones.
Yeah, right.
They just lump it all together. To me, it'd be easier because I keep them separate anyway.
Exactly. That's kind of like what I'm saying on the other one.
Okay.
Especially the guys that do both haylage and dry hay.
Which we do.
Yep.
Okay.
That's going to be.
Okay, but they're lumping it all together on the survey, so you have to go back and put it all back together.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you guys can think of? I think I asked this before, but do you have a preference in how you complete the survey? I think I asked that at the beginning, I can't remember. The mailer versus the web versus a person coming to you.
So I think you did ask it at the beginning. I said I'd rather online, but with some kind of notice that, you know, to go online.
Yeah,
and I thought that was a good point about, I guess it would be nice to have the paper copy because then you can save your answers, is what you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Or like in my case, if I'm not there and my wife knows what the previous answers is, she knows if I'm saying, boy, it's not going to be nearly as good as I thought, or it's going to be about this, you know.
How to adjust.
You know, then, you know, with the pre-populated numbers,
You would
you know.
have some information to go off of.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to give you guys, so these are some reasons that we hear from farmers and ranchers about why they typically respond to our surveys. So let me pass these around and then get your reactions to them. There you go. You guys want copies of these? All right, these are in there. Okay.
I like that. I fill out the survey because I always do. It's funny because I actually think that's legitimately why a lot of people do that.
Or because Dad always did.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
He told me to do it.
Yeah. So what are do you have any reactions to any of these?
This is on point, actually. I feel like it's completely why I think that a lot of this, where the flip side of I don't want the government seeing what I'm doing is this, it's my duty as a citizen. I do think there's a lot of people that feel that. I know we kind of do too, well, okay, we're in this, we need to do our part and fill it out and get it back,
To my feeling, the bottom two are probably the most important. It's the one that most people don't realize so much.
So the information collected helps USDA work with rural communities to develop short-term and long-term improvement strategies and safeguards to better serve me and my community.
And leveling the playing field, because the big corporations are going to be out there gathering their data
Sure.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true. And I feel like the third from the bottom, this good information from farmers means that input, supplies, services, and market channels I need will be available is kind of like what, a lot of what we were saying earlier.
We don't notice it so much, but the guys in the Great Plains with the barge service on the Mississippi and stuff, that's, a huge issue out there.
Say that again?
With the barge service on the Mississippi, for the getting stuff to market. That's huge out there, which doesn't affect us so much because we've got different routes we can go. But, out there in the Great Plains, they only got one way to get pretty much, two ways. They could send it on the train to the West Coast or down the Mississippi to the Gulf, but it's way more economical to send it down the Mississippi to the Gulf. But if you don't have rail cars or barges available, it takes a huge bite then out of the prices they receive.
Okay. If you guys had to pick one of these messages as a reason to reply to a NASA survey, which reason do you think you would pick?
You mean to promote it to other people, or which one do we identify most with?
Well, they didn't really say here, so let's start with, for you personally, which one kind of resonates the most with you?
I'd probably pick this agricultural industry and extension services, and then the next one there, if I can pick two. Good information from farmers means the input, supplies, and services. So
I'm sorry, was that
2, 3, 4. So the 6th and 7th one.
6th and 7th one? 6. And then that last one.
The last one's probably for me.
How about you guys?
The last one for me.
The last one for you. What do you think, Chris?
I would probably lump number 2 and what is it? What number is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 7 together.
Okay. What about you, Ruth Ann? Do you have a reaction to any of these?
Well, I do, but I guess I really would prefer not to share it here.
Okay, that's fine. What about if, like, for marketing purposes, like if we were to incorporate these types of messages into our materials, say, do you think, would your response be the same ones, or do you think there's other ones that would be more effective with people other than yourself?
For marketing to fill out the form?
I feel like the importance of our data collections.
So for marketing, I would say number 2, like to kind of play off that part, and then number 8, and I think the example you gave is, a good one, like this long-term planning and just that this is actually to help you. And I know people are usually, like, I believe in number 7, but I think sometimes people are skeptical of how their suppliers will use that information and will they use it against them. So I probably wouldn't play that up in a marketing.
Well, it depends. I think it's more important on the specialty crops.
Yeah.
Because you have to you know, a market for your crop. Where